Depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be partly sunny and warm with a high of 81 to 84, then clear to partly cloudy and mild this evening. Low tonight 61 to 64. Our New Year's Day Saturday will be mostly sunny and remaining warm with a high of 82 to 85. Then partly sunny and breezy on Sunday, high on Sunday 82 to 86. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on the last day of 2021. I'm joined in studio by my wife of 6 months now. Almost 6 months. It'll be 6 months January 23rd, I guess. In
January, yeah, next month.
Susan Schmitz is in the building.
Our 2-year anniversary being together.
From me telling you you're going out with me?
Telling me.
Yeah. Now it's time, it is every Friday when Susan joins me, it's time for...
For your hearing pleasure, Dumb Crook News.
That's right, it's time for Dumb Crook News, and I start off with an idiot. I'm going to be honest with you. When you hear this story, this may be the dumbest non-Florida man story I've ever ran on Dumb Crook.
Okay, I can't wait. Is it in Florida?
No, it's non-Florida.
Oh, it's non-Florida.
Non-Florida,
That's
man.
right.
Start with that. Police in Delaware. You know, same state Joe Biden's from. Okay. How smart can you be if you're from Delaware? Joe Biden's from Delaware. Just saying. Police in Delaware say a man robbed a Wilmington bank last Saturday. He went to the Wells Fargo branch. He handed the teller a note Saturday morning saying a robbery is taking place. 25-year-old woman at the teller window gave him an undisclosed amount of cash. He fled on foot. Officers responding to the scene found him really easy. They took him into custody without incident because on his way out of the bank, he stopped at the bank's ATM to deposit the money he'd just stolen. He was not only robbing the bank, he was a customer of the bank. Police say he was trying. Police say the girl gave an undisclosed amount. The police said it was about $23,000.
Is that what they have in their drawer?
He leaves from the bank, goes to the ATM located in the parking lot of the bank, and deposits that $23,000 into his account. Then he went and walking down the sidewalk. Police saw him walking down the sidewalk, took him into custody with no issues. How dumb you got to be to rob a bank? It's a bank you're a customer at, first off. And then after you rob the bank, you go out to the ATM in the parking lot and redeposit the money you just robbed.
Well, I mean, he didn't wanted to be walking around with that amount of cash.
That's not really walking around money. You're right, it is. It's not walking around money. Dumb crook. I mean, when I read that story, I go, whoa, hold on. What? He left the Wells Fargo, went to his bank 3 blocks away, and no. Out of the door, around to the ATM, deposited money. Right back into the Wells Fargo he had just robbed. And
oddly enough, all those locations have cameras.
And by the way, Wells Fargo was good with it. They never lost possession of their money except for about a minute and a half. I mean, can he really even be charged? Could he say I was robbing the bank, then I thought better of it, so I redeposited it so they could get the money back? I mean, is that a defense?
He's a victim of his own bad
He's a
decision.
victim of a bad decision. There you go. Oh. Okay, here's another just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful smart woman. East Lansing, Michigan. A real woman. She was real. Lynn Ween, 52.
Is that how you have
Wendy
to...
Lynn Ween, 52. She was arrested for suspicion to hire a hitman to kill her husband.
Wow.
We watch Dateline a lot, and we watch
do.
this happens.
This happens once in a while, yeah.
And all the times we've watched it,
It never...
and all the stories about how, you know, she goes and talks to a handyman that's at her house, and he knows a hitman, and it's ended up being an undercover cop, and everything. You see it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they go to one of the people they think's a derelict in their life, and the derelict's actually a pretty good person, and instead of agreeing to kill somebody, they go to the police and turn them in, and they get caught. This woman didn't do that. She literally said, I thought I'd found an answer to the way it's done on these TV programs that people always get caught.
Oh, I can't wait.
Well, in 2005, Bob Ennis launched a website to promote hacking prevention business. One of the things he did on there to show people how you could hack computers and all was he offered to rent a hitman. You could go on the website, and there was a block there to rent a hitman.
Wait a minute.
She goes on. Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
I just got...
Yes. So she clicks on the rent a hitman. Then she goes to the tab of contact us.
Fills out the form.
She says, I would like to speak to somebody in real time. So somebody comes on, the text chat. She goes, I'm trying to access your rent a hitman site, but it doesn't seem to be allowing me entrance. Now, this was just something put up there, so they say, you would like to rent a hitman? And she goes in this text chat, all the reasons how she wants to rent a hitman and why and who she wants to kill and everything. So she went into a fake website to try to rent a hitman. She said, it's got to be entrapment. Why would you put something like that on the internet except to entrap people? She's being held for attempted murder, attempted to hire a hitman, all to kill her husband. Are you ready for this? Because she had credit card bills that she didn't want him to know about, that she needed to pay off. So she needed his life insurance so she could pay the credit card bills off. You know how much his life insurance was worth?
$75,000?
$30,000. You know how much credit card debt she was paying off?
$75,000?
$4,480. So is her husband's life only worth $30,000 or only worth $4,480? Which one? How dumb do you have to go? Rent a hitman website, rentahitman.com. It wasn't even on the dark web. It's just on the regular web. Craigslist shut down the hitman site a long time ago.
How sad for her husband.
That here he is in love with his wife, everything, and she's in love with $4,480.
She needs a little bit more room on the credit card, so she's going to bump him off. Which, by the way, $30,000 is probably, he got that to cover his funeral expenses and whatnot. That's normally what that's used for.
She did supply her ex's address. It was her ex-husband, by the way, that she still had life insurance on. Not her husband. It was her ex that she still had life insurance on.
Well, okay.
She gave him the address.
That makes it okay then.
Told them when and where he works, and gave a $200 down payment, or tried to give a $200 down payment by using one of her credit cards of the $5,000 bill she had negotiated with the person in the text chat.
She still has some room on one.
Yeah,
apparently.
Yeah. They charged her, and the reason this is news is she pled guilty last Friday, and she got 9 years in prison. Dumb crook. Finally, Before we go to break, two apparent thieves thought they had a perfect plan. One guy was going to pull up. The other was going to jump out of the car, run into a Kohl's. This was in Clackamas County, Oregon.
Because that's where the expensive things
Run
are.
into Kohl's.
Running into Kohl's.
Grab a bunch of merchandise, dash back out the door with it, into the getaway car, and off. Into the distance. Everything was going according to plan. Car pulled up. Guy gets out, runs in. Runs back out 3 minutes later with, and I don't know what he grabbed. It was clothing, but he grabbed $3,700 worth. Now, the average price tag at Kohl's is probably $40, $45.
Well,
So that's 2 items for every 100. He grabbed $3,700 worth, so that means he grabbed, 74 items. I'm thinking he grabbed a bunch, or unless he grabbed, like a watch, it was $100 or something. But, a lot of things at Kohl's ain't very expensive.
right.
Gets back in the car. The car takes off. Dies 100 feet from the store. Try to crank it, will not crank. Battery dead. Unbeknownst to the Crooks, the alternator had died, and they were on battery power the whole way to the Kohl's. When they got to the Kohl's, sitting there idling, finally killed the battery, getaway car disabled. The guy literally, when the cops pulled into the parking lot, the Kohl's employees are laughing and pointing at the end of the parking lot. And the two guys, both of them already on their knees with their hands interlocked behind their head, waiting for the cops to arrive. Because blocking them was Kohl's employees going one way and a 6-lane both ways interstate going the other way. There was no escape route. They understood that. They were on their knees with their hands interlaced behind their head, waiting for the inevitable. Both names are not being released because they were both juveniles. Victim of a bad battery, at least. Dumb crooks. We'll be back with more, but this time it'll be Florida Man Dumb Crook, right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Shamrock Security Systems, 629-3223. Shamrock Security Systems is located here in Ocala, Florida. Shamrock Security Systems is a top-rated alarm company offering 24/7 monitoring, video surveillance, fire and flood protection. You'll sleep a little better once the job is done. Shamrock Security Systems for over 31 years. 629-3223. Get a 100% free quote from Shamrock Security. 629-3223.
Hey there, I have a question for you. Is your roof asphalt and does it look like it needs replacement? Did you get quotes and were you in sticker shock? Would you like to save not hundreds, but thousands of dollars? Did you call RoofMax? Well, call RoofMax with their patent-pending technology, which can add years to your roof without needing to replace it. And it's easy. You just pick up the phone for a free quote. Plus, they use state-of-the-art satellite technology to measure your roof. So, if your roof is over 7 years old, then you should call RoofMax today at 352 352-639-2777. That's 352-639-2777.
Dad's service to our country is something we're so proud of. He made a difference and set a great example. Now it's our turn to honor the sacrifices he made for our family and this country. As veteran specialists, Hires Baxley Funeral Service helps us celebrate Dad's life and can help you too. Hires Baxley is here for you during your time of need or when planning for the future. For more information, call 352-484-0891 or visit hiresbaxley.com/choice.
Hey, I didn't know it rained last night.
Oh, it didn't. Why do you say that?
Because little Johnny's in the backyard playing in that big mud puddle.
Did you leave the hose on?
No, the neighbor borrowed it yesterday.
Wait, is that the side where the septic
Johnny, get out of there!
Having septic problems? At Mike Scott Plumbing, we can make those septic worries disappear. We can pump your septic tank, repair your drain field, and, if needed, even install a whole new system. At Mike Scott Plumbing, we don't take crap from anyone. We take it from everyone. 237-2888. Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back. As we wind down Ocala Talks, coming up at 10:30, Kevin Stone will What's the Line, but still now, time for the Florida version of...
For your hearing pleasure, Dumb Crook News.
Caller, call back. We got to get through Dumb Crook News, but we will take your call, 622-9622. Let's go to Florida Crook, Dumb Crook News right now. There's some funny ones here in Florida, but, you know, not as funny as a man trying to deposit money into his account after he just robbed the bank. Yeah. Lehigh Acres, Florida. Florida man was jumping on a neighbor's trampoline. Adrian Lee Gonzalez Bradaway was arrested Wednesday and charged with burglary and criminal mischief for property damage of more than $200. This is according to the Lee County Sheriff's Office. No bail has been set. According to the Sheriff's Office, Gonzalez Bradway showed up at a neighbor's home in Lehigh Acres on Tuesday afternoon, began tapping on the door. The resident asked Gonzalez Bradway if he needed assistance. He did not respond. 30 minutes later, the woman said she saw Gonzalez Bradway jumping on her family's trampoline. When the one woman saw Gonzalez Bradway on the trampoline, she called 911 because of what he was doing on the trampoline. He was touching himself in a manner that was not appropriate. According to the sheriff's office, he ran up to the woman's door, then demanded entry. When he refused, he smashed her kitchen window. She gathered her two children, a niece and a nephew, locked herself in a vehicle while calling the authorities. They arrived, took Gonzalez Bradway into custody. Why is all this really, really strange? All this happened while he was butt naked. He went to the house butt naked, jumped on the trampoline butt naked, and then broke into the house, all butt naked. When police asked him why he didn't have clothes on, he said, "It's Florida. Hadn't you heard? It's hot here." It's in Lee County, Lehigh Acres. It is warm down there. You go down around Fort Myers, Naples, it's still warm down there. I don't know it's warm enough for you to be jumping on a trampoline naked, but it's still, you know. Florida man, Bunnell, Florida. You know where that is? Right near here. But he wasn't from Bunnell. It'll become painfully obvious where he's from in a moment. Florida man who was driving with a clown mannequin in the passenger seat. Okay, that right there means you should be shot. Anybody riding around with a clown mannequin in their car, just shoot them. Because they're really doing that to try to see if they can get up next to me at a red light and scare me. I know what they're doing. Man riding around with a clown mannequin. Lewis Branson, 65, by the way. The reason I told you this story is I know Lewis Branson. Oh, yeah, I know this guy. Known him a long time. Mm-hmm. Lewis Wyatt Branson, 65, of Palatka.
Palatka.
Okay, that's all you need to know. He's from Palatka, or Palatka, to you folks who don't know what Palatka is. He was charged with driving with an expired license for more than 6 months, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of a firearm, weapon, or ammo by convicted felon, possession of marijuana, possession of cocaine, in addition to other charges. Deputies had pulled Branson over because the tags on his pickup had expired. They also learned he was driving with an expired license. He explained that although the tag had expired, his wife was going to renew the tags. He added he was driving to Daytona Beach to get some parts. Branson answered questions while the clown mannequin stared straight ahead. This is shown in the cop's body cam video. And another cop who was searching the vehicle at the time, because Branson had given permission to search, said, "Get him out of the vehicle now. We got a problem." They get him out of the vehicle, get him handcuffed. Wasn't bad enough he had all this drugs on him and everything. Wasn't bad enough he had a clown mannequin in the front of his vehicle. He had 2 live hand grenades in his toolbox. Cocaine, methamphetamines, a clown mannequin, and 2 hand grenades. Now we got a party. Now we got a party.
What?
If you know this guy, though, because he used to come into Dean Still, where I was a DJ, and he would come in all the time, 20 years ago when he was in his 40s. But if you know this guy, he was a guy that there was reports of, 20 years ago that you'd drive up in his yard, and if he didn't recognize your car right away, he had automatic weapons and he'd spray bullets over your car and stuff. This is not a sane person. Right. He's now been locked up. Finally, Cape Coral, Florida, another Lee County area down Fort Myers, Naples area. Florida man had a short fuse about the upcoming New Year's Day celebration. An unidentified man protesting the loud noise caused by fireworks was caught screaming on a Cape Coral security camera last week. At about 3 a.m., the man could be heard screaming, "Firecracker, firecracker, boom!" The dogs were barking. We go outside, this guy is screaming. I mean, so loud that you couldn't sleep. He seemed to be upset that people were celebrating early. Warnick decided to answer back while the man yelled, admonishing the man, telling him to shut up. "Bottle rocket, yeah, it's blank annoying, isn't it?" The man yelled. "Quit blank doing it in the middle of the night." "He's definitely out there," said a neighbor. Police were called. The man was confronted by police. He was screaming at them, "Make the fireworks stop, make them stop. People need to sleep." Why is this an important story?
Tell me.
He was doing all this butt naked. Dead in his front yard, not a stitch of clothes on.
Is this a New Year's Eve thing?
It was down in Lee County. It was warm.
Everyone's naked.
It's Lee County. It's hot down there. Hot down there. Good morning, caller. You got about 1 minute. You're on Ocala Talks.
Good morning.
Morning, Hugh.
Good morning, Hugh.
Happy New Year, you guys, and thank you very much for a great year of radio, and looking forward to another one. Everything was pretty good, but we had one misfortune this year. We lost a good call-in guy, Jim, the mailman.
Yes.
And,
we did lose Jim Penna. We did lose Jim Penna.
I don't know. He died so suddenly, I never heard what really happened to him, but he was such a great call-in guy.
Mm-hmm.
I just miss that he doesn't bring me any jalapeno spam anymore.
Well, I'll buy you some.
Right.
It's not the same, but...
Hugh.
Yeah, but yes.
Happy New Year to you and Linda. Enjoy your new year, and try not to drink too many Miller Lights today.
Okay, real quick, Linda says her love and have a good year from Milwaukee, which is expecting a snowstorm tomorrow, so she's hoping for the best.
Yeah, my sister sent me a something from Minnesota, said it's 17 below here. I go, 82 here. Sorry about your luck. Thanks for the call, Hugh.
Thanks, Hugh.
Okay, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Speaking of that, I want to thank everybody that makes this program possible. I want to thank Galen Unall for his everyday support. My wife, Susan, who comes in every Friday. Thank County Commissioner Kathy Bryant, Stacy Causey from the PIO of the county, Mike Balkin, the Chief of Police, Billy Woods, the Sheriff, who's been on this year, Robert Colin from On Top of the World, of course, Joe and Dan Martone. Without them, I wouldn't be here. Appreciate them. Carol Ann, Matt Gibbs for their shows, Vets Helping Vets, and all my callers and all my listeners. Without you, this show would not be possible. I hope nothing but the best for all of you in 2022, and we'll be right back here Monday in the new year to continue Ocala Talks, bringing you news and, news and opinions that face Ocala and Marion County on a daily basis. We'll be right back next with What's the Line with Kevin Stone right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA The Source. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Talk to you next year.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
President Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin spoke for 50 minutes on Thursday in what U.S. senior officials characterize as a serious phone call setting next month's security talks in Europe. Wind gusts of 115 miles an hour fueled a wildfire near Denver, Colorado last night. At least 500 homes were burnt to the ground, closing major highways and causing evacuation of more than 30,000 people in 2 towns, including hospital patients. Colorado Governor Jared Polis.
This area, for those who don't know this area of Boulder County,